Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Monday. This is the Woo Report, episode 136. I'm your host, Sam Woo, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Today's title is Next 4 Games Crucial for New Jersey Devils as they play the Ottawa Senators tonight, a makeup game tonight at the Rock. Then on Wednesday, they play the Philadelphia Flyers, whom actually fired their coach today. Mike Yeo is Mike Yeo is taking over the Philadelphia Flyers. Friday night at the Rock, Nashville Predators. Devils try to avenge that 4-2 loss on Black Friday against the Predators. And Saturday, for the first time, they will be at the Islanders' new arena. The lowly Islanders that are in last place of the Metropolitan Division. Corbin writes, let's go. Must win tonight. Must win at least 3 of 4 games this week, as the Devils have been struggling to stay afloat. 3 straight losses, all in regulation, convincing fashion, being outscored 18-8 during that time period. And what are the New Jersey Devils going to do? They've had the hard practices. Corey Masisak mentioned this in his last blog of the Devils last article about the Devils on The Athletic. Congratulations to Corey Masisak. He will be moving on to the Sharks beat, the San Jose Sharks. But before he made that announcement, Corey made a great point about, take your lumps now with these hard practices. Get the team straightened out, even though these practices came before, that 2-game road trip, those back-to-back games where the Devils just got wiped out. And I think the Devils are on the right track, but talk is cheap right now. Here is a part of the schedule that is favorable. The month of December is pretty favorable for your New Jersey Devils, as the games, the competition will get a little bit easier, and they need to get to solid points starting tonight against the Ottawa Senators. Philadelphia Flyers is going to be a different story because now they've had a coaching change. Will that be a challenge for the New Jersey Devils, as the Flyers have slumped as of late in the last 6 weeks? Nashville Predators, they seem to be doing pretty well. 3 games over 500, or should I say 3 games over NHL 500. And I'd like to see the Devils put on a better showing than last time in Nashville, where they didn't show up in the first 2 periods. Essentially, kind of common theme of the New Jersey Devils. Islanders on Saturday on the road. Islanders slumping. But, they did start the season 13 games, I think, on the road. Remember that time in 2007 when the Devils, led by Lou Lamoriello, had to start out the season like that? So it was kind of delay, so they can have more time putting the finishing touches to the new building, to the new arena. I remember they were still painting the walls an hour before opening night, or at least before the Bon Jovi concert. There was still fresh paint on the wall. Some parts at the Prudential Center. But it should be interesting how the Devils will attack this. New personnel, they have no excuses right now. I wrote this on my blog on hockeybuzz.com that the Devils really have no excuses right now. Injuries, they're fine now. Knock on wood, nothing COVID related. Nothing knocking them down. Coaches are now wearing their masks behind the bench, if you've noticed. Yes, Corbin, they need to get better goaltending. Barry agrees. Got to start a winning streak on this homestand. Got to get that momentum. You know it. You know, excuse me. You know it. Info Guy 1978 says, Sam, you never answered my question yesterday. How old are you? I just want to know what Devil's generation you grew up with. Info Guy 1978, I said we're not millennials, so we didn't make the cutoff. How old do you think I am? I was born in 1978. Info Guy 1978. I remember a time where there were no video games. I remember the Atari system, the NES system, which I used to play religiously after school if my grades were good. I remember Rabbit Ear TV set. I used to use a coat hanger in a certain angle to get the Devil's game to listen. I grew up on Sherry Ross, her first tour of duty on the radio. So, Info Guy, I hope that you can do the math. I was born in 1978. Beer Baron and Shorts Guy from last night are a few years younger than me. I think they're nearing 40, pushing 40. So we are the generation that only knows nothing but the New Jersey Devils. And now Info Guy is asking me, were you really born in 78 or just saying that because of my username? No, I was really born in 1978. I was actually born on Labor Day in 1978, Monday, September 4th, 1978. And a little story, my dad was really pissed off that day because back in those days, he would actually get a free day off of work. But of course, I was born on Labor Day, coincidentally, and he wasn't too thrilled. He tells me this years later. Mother went into labor on Saturday night. I came out 9:18 a.m. on September 4th, 1978 in Morristown Memorial Hospital. If you don't believe me with that information, no more questions about my personal life. But my dad did fall asleep at the wheel at a Labor Day parade going back home after I was born, and the cops kept on knocking on his window. And anyway, that's too much info, but I just wanted to tell Info Guy that, I am 43 years old. Anyway, so Barry Friedson writes, what's the last 4 digits of your social security number? Barry, ha ha ha. It's 1982, the same year that the Devils were established. If you believe me on that one, I have something to sell you. All right, enough about that. So the next 4 games are crucial for the New Jersey Devils. I think that it could be a lot of Happy Devils recaps this week, or it could be some serious questions and possible shakeups coming in the next couple weeks. Maybe sooner rather than later. But I will say this, though. That you have to keep it here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. Joey says, good birth year, same here. Yeah, I'm telling you, you 78ers, I'm telling you, it was a great year to be born. Bee Gees was the thing. Three's Company was, I think, the number 1 sitcom going around. We were born in probably the best generation because we still knew what it was like without electronic video games. We actually went outside and played. We actually used to take our bikes and ride over our friend's house. I don't know if you could do that nowadays. I don't know. 4 games in 6 days is not easy, says NY Davy. No, it's not. But you know what? Nothing is easy if you're going to try to prove to be an elite team in the NHL. You got to win these games. And if the Devils can get 6 out of 8 minimum, I'd be extremely happy. But anything less, it's kind of like, all right, we're still at the mediocre NHL franchise. But now is the time. Winnings will solve everything. The last 2 weeks of New Jersey Devils hockey has had a lot of ups and downs, more downs than up. But winning solves everything. It will make us all happy. And apparently, they're coming out with those third jerseys against the Flyers. The Philadelphia Flyers is Wednesday. And hey, putting a W on that game will help jersey sales. You can have all the marketing you want, but if you're not winning, people aren't buying. Just a simple formula. But then again, what do I know? I'm not really a genius. I'm just telling you how it is from a New Jersey Devils fan perspective. Power play must get going. Yes, it must. It must. Penalty kill must sustain its stinginess as they have improved in that department. And hopefully they will continue to do so. Although they did give up that one goal against the Winnipeg Jets, technically on the power play, but overall it has been better. Just need to shore up a couple things. But with Jack back, need to start helping the change lines gel. Hey, you know what? They need a lot of energy throughout their lineup. Being serious, they need a lot of energy. Sometimes they've been, not sometimes, they've been flat the first 2 periods. You heard that script. How about you take some of that energy from the fourth line, break it up, and put one of them, Bastion on one, Mikey McLeod on another, and let's put VC, and I would even put Geertsen somewhere and make somebody sit and watch, and maybe we can hold all the players accountable and let Lindy Ruff make the decision on what have you been doing for me lately to get things done for the New Jersey Devils. Sounds harsh. Barry Friedson says everyone needs to play like Mercer. Yes. Yes. Alrighty. Well, that's all for me for now. This is the Woo Report. Till next time, Devils fans. 10-2 on the wheel. Happy drive to Newark. Be safe out there. Let's go Devils.